I'm afforded the opportunity to cut my own promos. I know the concept that we're going after. I pretty much know the storyline. But the rest has been, fortunately, up to me because I haven't screwed it up yet. And you know this as well as I do. Vince will give you enough rope to hang yourself. And the first time I screw the pooch, the first time I don't live up to his expectations or the audience's expectations with my description of Brock Lesnar or John Cena or the storyline that we're involved in, will be the last time I'm afforded that opportunity. I approach every Monday Night Raw as my audition to be on the program the next week. And if you take that attitude going into it, I think you will drive yourself to your best work ever. Because it's a fact. It is only an audition for next week. You know how fast it can all be taken away from you. You have to live up to your own hype, the audience's expectations, and Vince's expectations.
But in the promos leading up to WrestleMania 30, or the one right after, let's talk about the promo after WrestleMania 30. Eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. I think you did that, 16 times?
Yes, sir.
Were you counting the 16 times?
Yes, of course.
Because
oh, my God. Here's something so funny. I came in the back, and Bray Wyatt says to me something very complimentary about the promo. And he asked me the same question. Do you memorize everything, or, how do you put it together? And I don't memorize it word for word, but I know the points I want to bring up. I definitely have a beginning, and my beginning is easy. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. This one I had in my head, and I'm the one behind the one who conquered the one who thought he was the one to beat the one in 21-1. And I knew from there I had to introduce Brock. I also knew I didn't want to say John Cena's name, which is why I said my client didn't only victimized, but he conquered the title holder. I didn't want to say John Cena's name until I said, ladies and gentlemen, John Cena is not here tonight. I didn't have anything else in my head until I was going to say, my client, Brock Lesnar, does not share these opinions. So I had my middle. I had my beginning, I had my heat spot, and I had my go home. And I knew I wanted to finish it with a representation of the 16 suplexes. And I really didn't have the suplex repeat thing. I just knew I had to represent it somehow until a few minutes before we went out. And I just said to Brock, hey, what if I say this? And he started laughing, and he said, God, I'm going to want to kill you myself. Yeah, so you should say it. Yeah. So I knew that was our go home, So Bray Wyatt says to me as I walk through, he said, man, 17 times. And I flipped out because I said, oh, my God, I lost count. And I ran to Brock. I said, Brock, did I say it 16 times? He said, I wasn't counting. I was laughing. Yeah. So I ran to the production truck, and I asked to see the playback. And I'm sitting there going, 1, 2, 3, and it was 16. Yeah. And because I don't know if Bray Wyatt was ribbing me, or if he actually lost count. I was terrified. I screwed it up. And I'm figuring, you just know you're going to get tweeted, it was 17 times, and he only suplexed him 16 times. To which I would say, well, that means Brock owes him one.